If a gifted adolescent could play some lovely music, everyone would love to listen. The life and music of the legendary violinist Karolina Protsenko are told here. Karolina appears to be born into a musical family. It's no wonder her YouTube videos have amassed millions of views. However, a few events later, just recently, the young star who had captivated the world's attention vanished without a trace. Come study Karolina's biography and music with us if you share our interest. In magnetic personality, Karolina Protsenko, a native of Ukraine, won over viewers all around the globe with her breathtaking beauty. Covers of Ed Sheeran's Shape of You and Tones and I's Dance Monkey have gone viral. She gained admirers and followers from every corner of the globe as a result. On October 3, 2008, Karolina Protsenko came into this world in the capital of Ukraine, Kiev. She brought about a sea change in her family's lives in 2015 when they decided to relocate to the US. As a child, Karolina Protsenko enjoyed listening to her parents, Nikolai and Aya, play guitar. By instructing her two younger brothers in the piano, she maintains harmony within her musical family. Here we see a family that valued and capitalized on its members' individual strengths. After Karolina Protsenko and her family immigrated to the United States, they settled in Simi Valley, California. It is still the home of Karolina. Initially, a lot of people assumed that Karolina had taught herself all she knew. I wish it were true. She was really gifted. Even though Karolina's musical talent was obvious from a young age, she took it a step further by undergoing formal training. How did the young person achieve stardom? She and her musical parents currently reside in Simi Valley, California. At the age of 6, her family relocated there from Kennedy. Enrolled at a Californian private school, Santa Monica's 3rd Street Promenade was her favorite venue because she entertained audiences there for hours. It was quite remarkable that such a little girl had mastered the violin to such an advanced level. Danielle Vital, an Italian busker, began referring to her as the busking sensation not long after. Her 2019 performances captivated Europe, and she even made an appearance on Ellen. During the presentation, she announced her intention to use her busking tips to get a puppy. Does that imply that she has now purchased the puppy? Possibly yes. Ellen had lost a substantial amount of money by the time her appearance on the show came to a close. The beginning of her YouTube career was a violin rendition of Post Malone's Sunflower, containing the smash hit My Heart Will Go On from a few years ago. Without delay, she became a YouTube member and immediately began sharing public violin performances. Over 1 million comments from every corner of the globe have joined her in her brief time on the platform. Her classical background allowed her to quickly become an expert on popular violin tunes. She has recently launched 3 distinct YouTube channels. Her vocal cover songs make up the third, and her violin cover songs make up the second. Among her finest violin cover compositions are Love Me Like You Do, Memory, Shallow Believer, and Diamonds in the Shape of You. Karolina began her official studies in 2015, shortly after arriving in the US. She has a plethora of other top singer and pop songs, including Never Enough, Fight Song, Someone You Loved, and Can't Help Falling in Love. She began studying the violin with Mr. Sam Pfizer, a local music instructor. By that point, she had recently arrived in the United States. As a student of Mr. Pfizer's, Karolina honed her abilities, mastered the fundamentals, and had a firm grounding in the repertory of classical violin literature. The more Karolina played the violin, the more she wanted to experiment with new styles, and her love for the instrument only grew. Her collaboration with other musicians in master courses and workshops demonstrated her active engagement in many educational possibilities. She had the opportunity to delve into many musical styles, viewpoints, and expressions throughout her stay at Wilfie, all while being surrounded by the lovely California music scene. When Karolina finally hit her stride in 2017, she saw a meteoric rise to the top of the music industry. The tune that launched Karolina's career as a street performer went on to become her signature sound. She adored performing on Santa Monica's 3rd Street Promenade, where her dazzling violin playing captivated spectators. Witnesses stood for what felt like hours, some even reaching for their phones to capture images, as footage of Karolina's hypnotic street performances became viral online. How pumped are you to witness her performance? Going to her channel is all it takes to make you love it. First, though, there's some fascinating information about Karolina that you need to be aware of. Watch her videos to see how famous she is at the moment. With 3 YouTube channels and a Facebook page, her admirers have plenty of opportunities to engage with her. If you want to hear her mesmerizing performances, you can find them on platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and Amazon Music Unlimited. She also has an Instagram account. A massive global following of over 10 million people in over 50 countries attests to her immense popularity. Her mesmerizing videos have been viewed by 22 billion people across various platforms, including YouTube. Fans loved Karolina's rendition of Despacito by Daddy Yankee and Luis Fonsi, and the video went viral, reaching millions of people all over the globe. To date, Karolina has uploaded over 250 violin covers of well-known songs from all around the globe to her YouTube channel. The vast variety of musical styles she has been exposed to and the songs that have gone on to become worldwide hits demonstrate her eclectic taste in music. The fact that Karolina's cover has gone viral isn't the only reason she stands apart among musicians. The sheer volume of cover art views is also astounding, with an average of nearly 30 million views each video. People who love music and are always searching for different interpretations of their favorite songs now subscribe to her channel. Amazingly, Karolina's understanding of music and ability to connect with her audience are on full display in this feed. Because she is open to music from all around the globe, she appears to be an inspiration to teenagers everywhere. The idea that music may bridge cultural divides and facilitate cross-sanctuary communication is something she apparently finds fascinating. Karolina was invited by Ellen DeGeneres to perform on her show in 2019 due to her talent, according to DeGeneres. A stunning rendition of Post Malone's Sunflower by Karolina mesmerized the studio audience. Olina was pleasantly surprised to get a blue violin and a tip jar designed for busking. As a result of Ellen's admiration for Karolina's abilities and determination, the girl was granted her lifetime wish: a puppy. Karolina Protsenko made her stage debut in 2020 on America's Got Talent alongside Angelica Hale, and the duo ended up placing second. The crowd was in awe of these 2 young sensations who are outstanding in their own right. Since Karolina's stunning violin playing accompanied Angelica's heartfelt vocals, it was obvious that the 2 had a special bond. By going with Zara Larsson's symphony and the song Right Away, they maximized their combined abilities. In addition to their obvious joy at the opportunity to sing together, the audience was enchanted by Karolina's infectious enthusiasm when she performed solo. Whisked the audience away to a mystical realm of joy and song as Angelica's voice filled the auditorium with an enchanting, comforting aura, and Karolina's violin played ethereal melodies. Without a doubt, the complex musical score was being played by Karolina's violin. The wonder and respect that millions of people all over the globe feel for Angelica and Karolina remains unwavering, regardless of their early age. Karolina broadened her horizons by experimenting with several artistic mediums. Collaborating with an increasing number of other musicians has been crucial to her development as a musician. Thanks to her collaborations with well-known instrumentalists, Karolina has had the opportunity to collaborate with artists from many different genres and backgrounds. One notable collaboration she had is with Italian saxophonist Daniel Azzali, which she recorded on a CD. As her 2 million Instagram followers can confirm, Karolina's impact is felt globally. Producing a Kelly Clarkson show was a long-time goal of Karolina's, and she achieved it in 2022. Lindsey Stirling, the child's idol, was able to make ends meet. It was a joyous occasion. Karolina adored Lindsey because she too was a violinist who had made a name for herself by pioneering a unique fusion of classical music and dance. Karolina was deeply affected by. Because Lindsey was so gifted creatively, she immersed herself in the world of ballet and finally began performing with dance. What started out as a small appearance by Lindsey on the Kelly Clarkson program turned into a much larger and more successful career for her. The two violinists shared a joyful moment as they spoke about Karolina's enthusiasm for Lindsey and Kelly's musical careers. This caught Karolina off surprise because she used to sing for Kelly Clarkson as host. Then something unexpected happened. In order for the meet and greet to go off without a hitch, Kelly requested that Lindsey remain out of the limelight while she spoke with Karolina. Karolina sat distant and bewildered, while Lindsey anxiously anticipated the ideal opportunity to make her spectacular entrance. After what felt like an eternity, Lindsey arrived, and Karolina's happiness was palpable. She spoke deeply with her idol Lindsey Lott despite her overwhelming emotions. Both Karolina's abilities and her passion for her work were lauded by Lindsey. In the midst of a tear-filled, heartwarming moment, Lindsey gave Karolina one of her handmade violins as a token of their shared passion for music. That wasn't, however, the final surprise that Lindsey planned to give Karolina. When Lindsey asked Karolina to sing a duet with her at the show's finale, Karolina joyfully accepted. Due to her extreme excitement at the prospect of performing alongside her idol, the young violinist's wildest dreams came true. Karolina did it from the depths of her heart, filled with gratitude and joy. A mesmerizing exhibition of talent and unity was created as the violins played by Karolina and Lindsey harmonized flawlessly. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to play with Lindsey. Everyone, regardless of age or experience level, had a wonderful time engaging in the enchanted activity together. Outside of music, their connection was strong. Karolina has amassed an incredible $1 net worth despite her youth. Her talents and perseverance earned her $5 million. Karolina is experiencing a lot of growth, and her life should serve as an inspiration to creatives everywhere. Karolina's fame continues to rise as she captivates audiences with her song. The world is witnessing her luminous brilliance as a result of her limitless energy and talent. What is the value of Karolina Pion's violin? Many of Karolina Protsenko's admirers are curious about her net worth. Let me tell you something, this ain't no ordinary teen. The average number of views for Karolina Protsenko's YouTube channel is 28,950,970 views daily, or 3 million views monthly. A specific sum can be earned by the channel for every 1,000 views of an ad-supported video. Take 1,000 views as an example. You may earn an YouTube advertisements bring in $3 to $7 monthly. This data suggests that Karolina Protsenko's violin channel on YouTube earns between $114 and $12,000 monthly from advertisements, and $1 Karolina Protsenko violin may earn less than the $71.1 million reported by Net Worth Spot. Karolina violin might earn $3 if the violin's profitability increases. $8 million annually in advertising revenue. In contrast, networks that rely on a singular revenue stream nearly often collapse. Opportunities abound for influencers, including product sales, sponsorship deals, and affiliate commissions. It is anticipated that Protsenko's net worth would surpass $1. Given her existing income and potential for future development, she could reach $5 million by the year 2024. This forecast disregards the possibility that she can enhance her present income or make significant career transitions using her existing sources of income. Protsenko is likely to retain her fortune, expanding in the next years as a result of her impressive resume and plenty of room for promotion. She has a lot of potential as a musician due to her natural talent and massive internet following. Even if we don't know much about Protsenko's investments, we can probably presume that she puts some of her salary to work. A gifted individual deserves a tip, and Protsenko is no exception. Fan donations also support him financially. Protsenko is leaving an impression despite the fact that she is only beginning her career. The proceeds from the sale of her records, which are available on several digital stores, will contribute to her growing wealth. Even though she has a large online fan following, her talent and fame have enabled her to play at numerous places, which helps her earn money through concerts and tours. Selling merch featuring her logo, such as t-shirts and hoodies, is another source of income for Protsenko. These sales have contributed to her net worth. Not long after, Protsenko's performances became the talk of the town, and her videos had already amassed millions of views on YouTube before she even opened her channel in 2016. Protsenko earns a substantial income from advertisements due to her fame as a YouTuber. Every month she earns thousands of dollars because to her videos massive viewership. In addition to his large YouTube following, Protsenko maintains an active presence on Instagram and Facebook. She might potentially earn more money through sponsored posts and sponsor collaborations due to her large following on several platforms. Karolina has stated on multiple occasions that her violin is a Stradivarius. In order to demonstrate how it has aided her in accomplishing her objectives, allow me to define it for you. While opinions vary as to whether or not these instruments rank among the all-time greats, their renown stems from the mystique and unparalleled purity of their sound. Many fictional works have featured the world-famous Stradivarius violin. Stradivari turned forth instruments having an internal shape, in contrast to the outwardly shaped instruments made by French copyists like Vuillaume. His instruments' adaptability to a wide range of styles over various sizes were tried and tested by him throughout the years. A spruce top, willow inside and maple back, ribs and neck comprise the instrument. Research out of MIT suggests that a beginner Aufwari has a more direct and exact tone, responding with elegance and refinement. The distinctive sound of a Serato violin is produced by the large F holes found on its front. A longer set of holes produces a more pleasing tone from the instrument. By lengthening and narrowing the F holes and enlarging the final hole, Stradivari improved the sound of older instruments. A little longer than normal violins were among the several shapes that Stradivari experimented with. The possibility that Stradivari and his Krona colleagues repurposed wood from old churches or added an unknown material to their instrument-making wood has sparked speculation. The lack of flawless sound in Stradivarius violins is supposedly due to the minute imperfections that physicist Dr. Franco Zanini claims caused the strata to strand, as shown in one study. Using a particle accelerator and a telegraph that Dr. Zanini built, he was able to see through the varnish. They discovered several issues with the machinery that, in principle, shouldn't have existed. Conversely, symmetrical instruments were intentionally designed to be free of these defects because they typically have poor harmonics. Stradivari violins are famously beautiful, and Nicola Benedetti and other famous musicians play them. As if that weren't impressive enough, Karolina is still a great player on this instrument.